What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another YouTube live stream. We should be live. We should be live. We should be live. This is the pre-show live stream to the Apple event. We'll stream for about an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours. I will not be reacting to the Apple event live here on YouTube due to copyright limitations. But yeah, let's hope this all worked. Yep, it worked. All right. So pre-show live stream to the Apple event. We'll stream for about an hour and 45 minutes. Hope y'all like the thumbnail and stuff like that. We do more of a visual thing here than we do actual like physical because it's one of those things where I'm just like, oh, let's do some type of little bit of experiments. All right, making sure that's going good. So we did the Apple, the Apple event where I did the thumbnail and everything and the translucent background and stuff like that. And I wanted to see how it would work with the channel. And so far, it's doing good. Let me know what y'all think about the profile picture and stuff like that. We got a little bit of experimenting to finish up on, and do that experiment stuff. But overall, let's see. I got too many of them. Huh, that's weird. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to see. This one is scheduled. I can get rid of that one. Let's do that. Delete. Well, OBS glitched out and created two live notices. So I got that one taken care of. And let me hope y'all can see this one. All right. So without further ado, I'm gonna wait for people to tune in. It's Apple New Year. Um, I guess you could say. But we have, of course, good old iOS release candidate will be out today after the event. iPadOS 26 will be out for release candidate, and I believe macOS, along with tvOS, watchOS, and all that, they'll be out. So I have to film a lot of videos between now and then. But we're gonna start off with a few highlight rumors. The first off is these are the iPhone colors. I don't really like the orange. I'd have to see it in person, really, honestly, and I'm not going to because, like I said, this year I'm not upgrading. I have a 16 Pro and a 15 Pro Max. Now the blue reminds me a little tad bit of the Sierra blue, but it's darker blue. So this is what the colors are rumored to be. If anyone knows anything, I kind of have an idea over here. Reminds me of the if you want to make the joke, it's like Apple decided to pick the Florida Gator colors. So the iPhone's also rumored to have vapor chamber cooling, hence by the logo and everything. Y'all can also go down in the description down below to the events tab of Apple. The link is down in the description. I just got done eating lunch. I had an early lunch because I knew I'd be busy today, so I was like, you know what? Let's do this. Let me go through YT Studio. Open YT Studio. Alright, the next thing I want to see here is your battery. These are courtesy of Mac Rumors. Your next slide is apparently these iPhones are gonna have record-breaking battery, which I heard the Pro Max is supposed to have a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. If the iPhone has basically what the Android counterparts have been having since day one, that includes like a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. The iPhone has had smaller batteries, likewise. The other thing that I've noticed, let's see, got live. smaller batteries, while the Android counterparts have had larger batteries. And then the vapor chamber cooling, that's also a new thing now. If you're not following me on X, by the way, that's at Austin's_tech. Same logo as the YouTube channel. Let's do this live. Let's do this. Do, 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 do. Attach that photo to this post. And there we go. So we're currently sitting at just under 2 hours till the Apple event. Something's in my do not disturb. Yep. So we're sitting at right now 1 hour and 47 minutes to the actual live event. I just posted out on X. The Apple Store is down, by the way, and I believe it still is. So yeah. There we go. I'm posting the link in places like, you know, X, some chat rooms, on social media, some places where people can tap on and, tune in. Chat's not active, so go ahead and start the conversation, guys. Like I said, here are the rumored new colors for apparently the Pro Maxes. This year they're gonna have a blue one and an orange one. I'm not that big of a fan with the rumored orange one. The blue one I kind of like. Like I got the natural titanium 16 Pro, and then I got the blue titanium 15 Pro Max, and then of course titanium is leaving. They're going back to an aluminum body. And then of course record breaking, apparently iPhone batteries are going to reach 5,000 milliamp hour batteries on the Pro Max, and we're gonna see big battery leaps this year. So I will believe it when we see it. We always hear that, and some years it's lackluster, while others it's actually like, wow, it actually is going to be a big year for batteries. You know, of course, we'll have cellular testing from the cellular nerds of the community, like, the channel like Carlos S. Tech. Of course, Sneed probably might get one. I don't know yet. I know there'll be a few other people that'll probably get one. And then, of course, you got the YouTube channel reviewers like Brandon Butch, Zolotech, and all of them that will get it. And then, of course, I'll do the reaction to the CNET highlights on the CNET highlights. I'll do those reactions later on this afternoon when they come out, and I'll drop that video tonight probably. But all in all, we got the iPhone event coming up here in a few less than now. We're less than 1 hour and 45 minutes. We're 1 hour and 44 minutes away. Of course, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the live stream. We got multiple other channels doing live streams throughout the internet. We got the big ones doing them, of course. I'm looking at them. Like Brandon Butch just went live. I got notified about that one. There's quite a few channels. I was pretty much on time. I was a little bit late, but I was on time. But I told y'all what was it? The night that I did that broadcast where I did the Friday Tech Talk. I believe it was, yeah, like, I don't know. It was 2 Fridays ago. I did it. And I said that I'd be back doing a live stream Tuesday morning, and here I am. I woke up this morning with a headache, so that was not fun. And then, of course, we got Mr. Carlos S. Tech in the house. What's up with the iPhone? Apparently, the Pro Max is gonna be pick and choose your color, blue or orange. Well, if the Pro starts at 256 gigabyte storage, Samir Salim, that actually is a win for a customer because the 16 Pro did not, but the 16 Pro Max did. Oh no, Carlos, I am not getting the new MacBook Pro with 5G modem. When it comes out in the springtime. No, 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 no. I spent 4 grand on my computer. Do I want to have a bank account have emotional damage? No. We good. We good. Oh, I know why he's making that joke, but no, we're not doing that. The white titanium is not bad. I just like natural more. My 16 Pro is at like 92% battery health after a year, by the way. Which I gotta do that video too. And then my 15 Pro Max is, 2 years old now, and it's at 86% battery health, which both iPhones have not went through any batteries, which is really good. Apple did finally fix it because like the 13 Pro Max, I went through a battery. I had to get it replaced. The audio actually sounds good on the live broadcast. I mean, I could turn my mic up if I really wanted to, but the audio sounds really good. What up, Bryce? Bryce, I don't want to say anything. Last year, I spent $7,000 at Apple. I am not doing that again. I've learned my lesson. Now, for anyone questioning that comment, I traded in devices, so I got about $1,500 knocked off. Well, not including my MacBook after I upgraded on Black Friday with my MacBook. I got $2,500 knocked off of spending like 8 racks at Apple. Because I don't have the 2018. Last year at this time, I had a 2018 iPad Pro. What in the world? What the heck? That was weird. I got an alert that this video has been removed by the uploader. That was weird. Okay, YouTube. But I got the 2018. I had the 2018 iPad Pro. I had the 2022 blue iPad Air. Oh, how we love that iPad Air. And all those devices were traded in the MacBook Air. They were all traded into Apple. Let's see. I hate when YouTube does this nonsense with the chat. All messages. I want to see all. I just had too much clutter through my office and I needed to clear out some things, so I upgraded stuff and got rid of some of the clutter. So it could be recycled or reused, however Apple wants to. I could have sold it more, and got better prices out of it, but I just didn't want to deal with the hassle. I'm gonna say this out the gate: if the live stream does crash in between now and about 12:45, 1 p.m. Eastern, Don't blame me. Blame Comcast. Because my internet has been very, very special over the last like week or so. Oh, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I heard Carlos is buying like every iPhone he wants because that's what Carlos does best. Thank you. Filter all. I want to see all messages. Stop filtering as top chat. I'm not on a big live stream. You know, I wish YouTube would set it to where your presettings, if you had the filter set to all chats, it stays, but it doesn't. You have to do it every time you enter a chat, a live chat. If someone knows how to fix that, I greatly appreciate the info. I think the new iPhone is gonna start the current Pro iPhone in the United States is gonna start at 1099, and then the 17 Pro Max is gonna be 1299. That's my prediction. I don't think there's gonna be a 2 terabyte model. And if there is a 2 terabyte model, you're gonna be paying 2 grand. That's gonna be $2,000. Let's keep it fair. It's Apple. I don't know about Canada. I don't know about the UK prices. Samira, as a moderator, she might know because she lives in the United Kingdom. And then, of course, if people like Nikita will be watching, which is another moderator of this channel, I think she is. I have a few people in Canada. But we're currently in the process of doing everything. How y'all like the re-channel branding for right now with all the thumbnails and everything? I tried my best this morning. Took me about 2.5, 3 hours to do it all. I noticed last year's live show when we did the iPhone 16 pre live show, I private the video, and I don't know if I'm gonna private this one after the fact when I do the highlights because it's kind of redundant after the later. I don't know yet. I might leave it unlisted and just put it in the live stream playlist. I haven't updated that playlist a lot lately. I gotta update that today too. I'll index that and update it so the live streams. You know what's crazy? How much does live streams like get views after the fact? It's nuts. I don't know what caused me to private the last year's live stream. I don't know if it was technical issues or what. Oh, by the way, so I wiped my MacBook. I got OBS all fixed and everything like that. So now I could actually play things like I could actually play stuff through my desktop audio. Who's ready for iOS 26 liquid glass to be out to the public? That's going to be out this upcoming week. And then pre-order live stream show. I'll do that on Friday. That'll be Friday morning. I'll be up at like 7:30, 8 a.m. to be live streaming during that. Cause that got like literally 1,600 something views doing that last year. So I'm gonna do that again this year. I'm not pre-ordering, so I just sit there and chill. Cause that got like literally 1,600 something. Oh, if you're looking for AirPods, don't expect much with the AirPods 3. Apparently there's not much gonna happen. It's just like a refresh. The um the Apple Watch Series 11 is gonna be interesting, but it's not gonna be as interesting as the Series X was or the 10. I like my 10, and then of course the iPhone 17 Pros. Those are, and we got 6 viewers. So here's are your rumored new colors. You got blue and orange. If you had to choose, if this is actually correct, which one would you go with? And considering the new iPhones are going to have bigger batteries, with the Pro Max being up to 5,000 milliamps, which iPhone would you choose? If you had to choose, which one? I'm curious. Excuse me. Yes. Bless you to me. I got voice isolation on, so it probably sounded different. It sounded like I didn't sneeze. Or if it did, it sounded probably weird. So once again, here are the colors. You got blue and you got orange. A lot of the Apple logo demonstration I've noticed in the event is hinting towards potentially vapor chamber cooling. Apple has already made their chips very efficient at trying to stay as cool as possible, but add vapor chamber cooling and hopefully we stop the screen dimming issue if that is the case. But if you go into the description down below to the 8 people watching, you can go to the link for the Apple event, and the link works. Just clicked on it, and then of course, if you're running the 26 beta, the release candidate will drop after the Apple event today, and then iOS 26 will be out to the public probably Monday of next week. I'll have all those videos ready to go. They'll be edited, they'll be recorded, edited, and uploaded to YouTube for everyone's enjoyment on Monday or Tuesday whenever Apple drops iOS 26 to the general public. So I see we got 8 people watching. What are y'all most excited about on the iPhones this year? If you are excited, what are you least excited about? Because I know Apple's been kind of let down on phones over the years, and some people are just like, man, not upgrading. If you're not upgrading this year, that's perfectly fine. I understand that some people financially don't have the finances to afford it. Some people don't have the means to afford it. If you go through a carrier, if you are in the United States, what do what how are you getting the iPhone this year? Are you financing it, or are you buying it outright? Or are you waiting? You know? Me personally, I have an iPhone 15 Pro Max and an iPhone 16 Pro. I am content. I am not upgrading. The iPhones serve their purpose. I could probably go on for literally another year. That's probably what I'll do. You know, it'd be funny if they changed the naming scheme of the iPhone this year. I just thought about that. But after they changed the naming scheme from the like we're saying, oh, it's gonna be the 17 Air or the 17 or the 17 Pro Max. What else did they go? Yeah, this year it's iPhone 26. You know, something like that. Like they're going with the universal naming scheme. That would be kind of wild. I would not care either way, but what in the world, Discord? Are you for real right this moment? Oh, that's actually cool. Brandon Butch's Apple Den Discord. I do have a Discord server, but I haven't done anything with it in a while. I don't know if I'm gonna reboot it or kill it off. I don't know yet. I'll make that decision eventually. I like the way Discord is actually going right now. It's gotten really accessible for blind people, by the way. It's gotten even better than it has been. I don't know why it wants to do that. Alright, but once again, we have rumored iPhone batteries to be up to 5,000 milliamp hour battery, milliamp hour capacity on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. It's probably gonna be like 3,500, or I'd be shocked even if it's 4,000 milliamp hour battery on the 17 Pro. The 17 Air is gonna be the smallest, probably on the large side of phones in battery, at just under 3,000 milliamp hours, as rumored here. Well, in about an hour and 30 minutes, that will probably change everything. All right. Well, we got, and then of course I expect the iPhone 17 to probably get a a third, maybe a max of only a 3,700 milliamp hour battery today. We'll see. Of course, Pro Max side, here's your colors, your new colors that are rumored on the Pro side, because apparently they're gonna actually bring colors to the Pros. I don't know how much I believe that, but hey, we'll see. Damn, that's crazy. Guy didn't want to sell his motorcycle. That sucks. Not for you, but it sucks for him. Even when you have cash in hand, that means you mean business. And well, hey, that's his loss. Wow, we got 12 people watching, or 13 now. Oh, 12. Yep, we have 12. So what are y'all most excited for on the Apple events, especially today? And of course, iPhones will change after today. They'll change to this. Oh, Jesus. One. Let me introduce y'all to liquid glass. here is your liquid glass. You got your new icons, your settings, of course. You got your new settings. And of course, here's your software update window. And then there's your about section. Got a new battery section here with a new percentage, and then, estimated time to charge. And then here's all your charge stuff. So this is all new. Here's my battery health. Yep, 86%. And then, of course, open Apple Store. Yep, there's the Apple logo animation. So there's your animation when you open up the Apple Store. And if you go to my live stream, say hi chat, you're being featured. So there you go, there's the chat. This is how it looks from a my view. And then I can collapse this down. You can click on the description, click on the link here, and it'll take you to Apple's website right here. And then here's the logo animation from the actual Apple event. And then, of course, it has where you can add it to the calendar and stuff like that. And then, of course, if you really want to, you can go for nostalgia. There's older events on this page typically, but this is the link to today's Apple event. So there you go. I heard the Apple TVs are nice. They're not the most favorite things compared to like, other streaming boxes, but they're nice if you want to have everything within the ecosystem. The other thing that I was going to mention is the Apple, not ecosystem, but the Apple TV. If it gets Wi-Fi 7, that'll be nice. Even though it might be 2x2 MIMO. I mean, my equipment here in my house is only 2x2 MIMO right now. And Wi-Fi 7 really only matters if you're in a very crowded area and you want really fast speeds, but 6E is plenty enough. If the thing can do a 160 megahertz channel on 5 gigahertz, you'll get your full gig speed out of it if you've got gig internet. Yeah, like my network right now. Let's see what my network's gonna give me right now while I'm live streaming. Let's do a speed test. Oh god, this might crash. 30 ping. That's a little rough, but hey, I mean, I can't fully complain whatever server it's going to. Let me select one that's actually good. Let's do the CenturyLink. There we go. Do a CenturyLink server. 20 ping, that's much better. And then here is what coax gets you. Crash my speed test results. That sucks. 20 ping. Yeah, I'm supposed to get in like 900, but I'm not. That means either that means I'm not getting my full gig to my house either. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting close to it. I have literally no joke seen my speed cut in half by changing it from 80 to 100, from 160 to like 80 megahertz. Well, I've seen it cut in half at times, but I've seen I've seen like a degradation of like 250 meg from what it's right now. And then gotta love cable companies, coax. You get 33 meg upload right now because I'm live streaming. We got new chats. My game master says, "Here we go. It's finally time." Oh, Jameson. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Oh, if the iPhone goes product red, yeah, it's a weak spot there. Yeah, I understand that, Bryce. I have the best iPhone hands down, minus Lightning port, was the 13 Pro Max. It had god tier battery. It actually had good 5G performance for its time. And stuff like that. It was good. I mean, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't horrible. The 14 Pro Max and 14 Pros were kind of iffy. The 12s were really where it was kind of bad. And then the 15 Pro Max is like, I'm going to take the 14 Pro Max and make it better. And then, though otherwise, the battery health has actually been better on my phone. Oh, snap. You had to go find a product red iPhone 11. I had the product red iPhone 11. I remember when I unboxed that phone. How do I like the action button, Jameson? It's okay. That phone is charging in another room right now, the 16 Pro. Um, I think I disabled it, actually. I don't, no, I did disable it. I only have it to where it's active in the camera app. So, like, when it's outside the camera app, it's kind of just sitting there like a dud button. Medium Mosley says. Medium Mosley, hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. There's a rumor for a folding iPhone, but I haven't seen anything today. If they do today, that's going to be really surprising. If they drop a folding iPhone, I'm actually going to be like surprised. And mark it here. If they do, wow. If they don't, no, that's understandable. But when they do drop it, is it going to run iOS or iPad OS? Because it would bleed into their iPad market. Because I know next year they're going to have Macs doing cellular. Well, someone wants to bring the cookies to the show, I see. Hi. But no, so Nice good chocolate chip cookies actually sound good right now. But no, the i the folding iPhone, would it run iOS or iPad OS? That'd be interesting. Mm. Jameson, I know when they brought certain iPhones out, like when they got the thin iPhone 6. Remember when the 6 Plus had the issue where, it was literally the first folding iPhone? Not guaranteed to work after that, but it kind of was. Um, I would probably expect at least three iterations before it really, 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 really is like Apple's top tier of perfection. Because, like, okay, Samsung has their folds right now. And they're on fold 7. It took them a while to get their folds to what they are today. Then it's not easy. It's not something they could pull off overnight. You know, it's not something they can actually pull off like instantly within that time span. You know, but knowing Apple, they're probably gonna want perfection. So that iPhone's probably gonna be more. I don't want to say perfected, but more of a more of a I don't know if it would be a daily driver. I really don't know. We are T minus 1 hour 11 minutes till their event starts. It is 11:49 a.m. on the East Coast, 8:49 a.m. on the West Coast of the United States. And it is in the middle of the afternoon for people in Europe. France, it is 5:49 p.m. and then in the UK it is 4:49 p.m. So people are probably having dinner while watching the Apple event. These random YouTube channels that are coming in this chat. Hi, I've noticed them now. I don't know who's doing the trolling or who's doing what, but interesting. Yes, well, the developers. I haven't seen anything linking towards that. I mean, if there was going to be a fold, Apple would have probably announced something during the dev conference that would give the developers ahead enough time to develop their apps for it. Unless it's just going to run a hybrid between iOS and iPadOS, because basically iPadOS is like iOS, just with different tools. Yeah, that would be nice. Like, you go, well, not even like the iOS default app. So say like you're watching a YouTube video, the phone's folded up, and then you open up the phone to the larger screen, and there's no compatibility, issue where you'd have to restart the app or scaling issue. I mean, Apple's gonna have a little bit of a hard time at first. I mean, it took them a while with the liquid glass to get it correct. It took them like 6 betas before they stopped touching it. Line Game Master, it's ready. It's ready for a release candidate. It's stable. I mean, 26 is it's a good year. It's gonna be a good year. There's gonna be like visual design change, liquid glass, where it's more like like a window kind of feature. It's gonna make things look a little new, dare I say. It's gonna change how the iPhone looks from here on out. People are actually gonna notice it when they download the update here in a week. But it's pretty ready. And there'll be bugs to start, like there always is every year, but if Apple keeps on their A game, it should stabilize pretty quickly by December, and of course Apple can walk away from the catastrophe of Apple Intelligence. You know what? We're gonna do something that I should not do, but oh well, let's do it. Sorry, Apple executives, but you're gonna hate me after I do this comment. After I do this, I gotta get my earbuds in because I want to hear this myself. All right, here goes nothing. Ask ChatGPT, what do you think about Apple Intelligence? Ah, that was lame.
VoiceOver on. Screenshot. Home. FaceTime.
Hold on. Ask ChatGPT, what do you think about Apple Intelligence?
Apple Intelligence is Apple's suite of AI features integrated into iOS, iPadOS, and macOS, enhancing user experience with tools like writing tools, image playground, and Genmoji. While it offers advanced capabilities, some users have reported inconsistent performance and limitations compared to competitors. Apple emphasizes privacy by processing many tasks on device and using private cloud compute for more complex queries, ensuring data security. That was from ChatGPT.
Yeah, but what do you think about it?
I think Apple Intelligence is impressive in terms of privacy and seamless integration, but it still feels underwhelming compared to what people expected. The tools like writing tools and Genmoji are fun, but Siri and the broader AI experience lag behind competitors, so it doesn't feel revolutionary yet. That was from ChatGPT.
VoiceOver on.
Oops. I'm sorry. Had to do it. I just had to do it. Oh, I'm bad. I am so bad. Yeah, 26.1 will. Oh, I know that was kind of childish of me, but I just wanted to get ChatGPT's input on what it thought about Apple Intelligence. And at first, it was giving me the Apple spew, and I'm like, no. What do you think about it? My phone got warm doing that. Shit. Oh my god. Here we go with the dang butterfly keyboard nonsense. That was the most stupid invention ever. The butterfly keyboard was a joke, looking back on it now. It was so sensitive. Got something on that keyboard, you would regret life. But hey, after a few lawsuits, Apple finally was like, "Nope, you have an issue with your butterfly keyboard. We replace all the guts in your computer." Okay, fair trade-off. So those 2017 to 2000, I believe it was 2016 to 2019 customers. I'm pretty sure there was a few of them that went through a lot of Mac MacBook parts. And Apple had no choice but to take care of that problem. All right, we are approaching 12 p.m. on the East Coast. We got 63 minutes left. to the Apple event. I swear, if I hear a 5 minute or even 10-minute spew on Apple Intelligence, I'm gonna take a bathroom break. I'm just gonna walk away and be like, "Nope, we done. I'll come back. I'll come back later." Literally. Nah, I'm joking. They probably won't. There'll be something else that they'll go rampaging on. Oh, ah, yeah. Their wallets could not handle it. I'm glad I skipped MacBooks when the butterfly keyboard was a thing. I'm glad I don't have that problem. I like my 2024 MacBook Pro. And even the one with the M1 Pro. That one was a good MacBook. Bryce still has his, I know that, because I've talked to Bryce. Those laptops, like the M1 and onward, like they are so future proof that Apple is gonna have a problem. They're gonna have to kill updates by force to make people upgrade. But then I wonder, how are you gonna upgrade the Mac? Because like with the Intel models, you could use OpenCore Legacy Patcher. Since it's now locked onto the Apple Silicon, are they officially cooked after their updates, or is there gonna be a workaround to actually install macOS without hmm, without changing hardware? That's gonna be interesting to see. I think I think running old legacy Macs after the M chips is dead. So we'll find out here in the next 2 to 3 years. Well, really 3 to 5 years, because I don't expect any Macs to be dropped besides all the Intel ones next year, and then after that, I don't expect there might be a year where there's no Macs being dropped, like 1 to 2 years, and then they'll start dropping the M1s. I expect those to be dropped when we go to Mac OS 29. Artificially speaking, the M1 is the longest supporting chip on a number scheme, but artificially speaking, because you went from Mac OS 11 to Mac OS 26. Wow, what a big leap. No way, it would have been Mac OS 16. Well, you could say that about the A12 also. They did. I don't think. I think all the iPhones. No, the A12 is getting dropped. No, the A13 actually. Yeah, because the A14 is also another one that's gonna have a long lifespan. Alright, it is 12:01. I did notice something in iOS 26. When you have dark mode enabled, your wallpaper changes dynamically like it's doing right now. But as soon as you turn dark mode off, then it'll actually do all the light mode wallpapers. So, here, turn dark mode back on, and there you go. So you see, and then it dynamically changes the wallpaper throughout the day. But it doesn't go between light and dark mode like it did with the 18 wallpapers. Like right here. Here's my 18 one. And then I changed the time, so look, like when I edit, long press, and then when I edit it, whoa, that's not supposed to happen. Look at that bug. That is a weird bug. It's like an all-in-one wallpaper exclusive, Jesus. But I can turn it from liquid glass, which I will, and then I'm Done. Done. That was weird. But see how like I have all the wallpaper during the day and then it'll change to the stuff at night. While the one on 26 doesn't do that anymore. If it's got dark mode enabled, it won't change to light mode wallpapers indicating daytime. It just changes wallpaper color throughout the day now. Yeah, but you could easily purchase Blind Game Master. You could easily purchase an external SSD on Amazon. I saw the SanDisk SSDs had good sales on them. Someone's doing a live stream. Oh, it's Drew from Talos of Tech. But no, my whole iOS thing, or not iOS, but with the wallpaper, yeah, it changes different now in 26. There's a big different change. Of course, if you're just tuning into my live stream, we are talking about we were talking about the new iPhone 17s coming out. Here are the new rumored colors, courtesy to Mac Rumors article image of a blue color that looks almost like Sierra blue. It's more of a more pop, like a more darker ish kind of blue. And then we got an orange. Which color would you prefer? Bigger batteries today. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is rumored to have a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, while all lineups should have record breaking battery life today. So we shall see what happens. The Apple event will start at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. We have currently sitting under, we have 56 minutes to go. I will be ending this live stream here in a little while, in about 40 minutes, because I'm going to do a few things, get ready, get a drink of water and stuff like that, and sit down and watch the show. When you watch an Apple event, do y'all like to snack on something, or do you like to what do you do to prep for a live stream? Like an Apple event if you watch the actual event. If you don't, what do you do when I go live? Are you snacking on something? Or are you chilling? You working right now? What's going on? Let's see. Oh, I like this ranking system. So currently we have top fans. I'm gonna screen share this. So that's actually pretty cool. There's a ranking system in YouTube now where you can see the top fans. We got Carlos at the top. We have Blind Game Master, and then Bryce, and then of course my mods. These are the top ranking people. We got 8 people that have chatted today. So that's the rank today. Then here's the live chat. That's what I thought, Bryce. The A12X is still supported. The A12 isn't. So it's the A13 and newer. Well, the A12X has a little bit more horsepower than the A12 did. Come on, they put an A12Z in an iPad. Or not an iPad, in the Mac developer kit. Speaking of A series chip, what is up with the A18 Pro potentially being put in MacBooks? What do y'all think about that? So it's gonna be like a Chromebook kind of S thing with Apple. So it's gonna be like Apple's affordable MacBook lineup. I think it's gonna come into like a retail price of like $600. That's cool that there's now a top fans feature. I actually like that feature on YouTube. That's actually pretty nice. YouTube's getting better at their live chat system, like the management system for comments and live chat. I like how they're getting creative with it now. Slowly, they're getting better. Slowly. Slowly but surely. Steady wins the race, you know? I think they are. On iPad OS may behave different than iOS too. I don't know. Apple's weird. They 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 had a weird fragmented um not release cycle but device support cycle when it came down like the A12 chip. Because like I said, I think we were there when I was talking about this when the A12 was rumored to be dropped. Um, how like iPhone side it dropped, of course, but then the iPad kept going. That's where I was like questioning it. It's like that's weird. But hey, I mean, it dropped, and that's what it wrote. But the A12 went on for a good long time. It was a great chipset. It served its purpose. But yeah, what are y'all most excited about the iPhone 17 lineup? It'd be funny if they changed the naming scheme to iPhone 26, just like they did with iOS. That'd be kind of annoying and too convoluted. All right, well we got currently right now. I don't know if y'all saw it. Did y'all see the thing floating around X that someone? It was a joke, but I could tell it was a joke. That someone went and upgraded an iPhone 8 Plus to an iPhone 16 Pro Max yesterday, or it was like the day before yesterday. And even MKBHD reposted it. And I was like, oh snap. So, does anyone have that type of friend that accidentally upgraded right before a new iPhone launched? I remember getting the iPhone 7. I don't know. I got the iPhone 7 and then when they brought the 10 out, I was kind of like annoyed. But I didn't upgrade at the wrong timing. I upgraded when the iPhone 7 actually was the brand new phone. My lovely squeaky office chair is lovely. Oh yeah, I remember you did that, Bryce. And I did too. I got mine in July. And then the 12s came out. But I'm glad I missed the 12s because the 12s were apparently ovens. Yeah, the 11 was a pretty good phone. And 5G was kind of at its infancy stage. Like it was there, but it wasn't fully there because of the Qualcomm chip they used for the phone. So when they did the X60M, that's when it, or the X60, because that's when they stopped doing the M series of modified modems. The X60 chip was when it actually finally was good enough. Because that supports I believe it's four carrier aggregate. No, it's either three or four carrier aggregation on X60. And then the new chip is of course the iPhone the X70, and then of course it was a letdown with the 16 models. They didn't put the X75 chip. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. But like it was an X60 like the X60 chip, and then the X70 was in the iPhone 15 Pro models, and then they actually had like a X71 or 72, whichever it was. It was X71 and the 16 Pros because they changed a few things. So hopefully it's an X75, or maybe they got the latest X80 Snapdragon chip in the iPhone. And I believe the 17 and 17 Air are supposed to have the C1 modem. So we shall see what happens with it. What up, Norbert? Hope I'm pronouncing your channel name correctly. But yeah, so we'll see what happens if they put the X75 chip for cellular, or if they put the latest and greatest X80, or if they skimp out this year again with a weird chipset. Because the iPhone does need to keep up with the evolving quickness of 5G, because it is going to evolve quicker. I mean, 5G is going to start slowing down because we're now 2025. Eventually, we'll be talking about 6G here in the next 5 years. I don't think they're gonna put the X85. It won't be the X85. I don't even think they fully released the X85. Blind Game Master, you're giving Apple a little too much credit over there. Putting the X85 in the iPhone. If they pull that off, I'll be like, wow. Um, okay, good, but I doubt it. 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 So if there's anyone new to the channel, I am Austin. Of course, I run a tech channel. I live in this good old state of Florida. Um, Visually impaired, and my channel is geared towards really showing demonstration towards people with disability, low vision, blindness, kind of work like James Rapp and all of them do. Stuff like that. Of course, my passion is covering the Apple updates like today, and trying to cover the updates as best to my abilities as possible for iOS, iPadOS, macOS now. I don't cover tvOS, but watchOS I have on Apple Watch. Of course, I have the HomePods, stuff like that, and I try to do things to the best of my abilities and hope you like my content. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Of course, follow me on X. That's where you'll see my posts. I'm gonna drop a link to my X here. Give me a moment. Do this. Share link. And there you go. You can click on that link. It should direct you correctly. Alright, so for someone being blind, the link won't work so well in the chat. You got voiceover. But it's at Austin's_tech on X. Yeah, if it's gonna be latest, it would be the X80. They wouldn't get ahead of Samsung. I wouldn't be surprised to see an X75. X80, I'd be a little bit surprised, actually. Well, no, let's see. No, it actually indicates as a link. Never mind. Duh. Jesus. Don't mind me. I've been up since 5:40 with a headache all day. So it's kind of been. It feels like a Monday right now. It'd be interesting to see an X80 out out of any chip. I don't think we will see a like the X85. I don't even think that's out yet. The only phones that would actually get that would be the Samsung. They would be the first ones because that's when Qualcomm typically drops their new chipset release for cellular. Yeah, we got about 25 minutes, and then I'm gonna wrap up this live stream because I'm gonna do a few things right before the Apple event. I gotta organize some stuff throughout the house, get a few things done, a few quick little chores before that lovely 1 p.m. Apple event. And then, of course, I'm gonna sit down and enjoy it. I'm actually gonna probably go lay down and watch it. Take a. I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna take a nap during the event, but I'm just gonna go lay down. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Either I'm gonna stay in my office, watch it from the office, or I'm gonna just go lay down and then chill and watch it. I don't know yet. Regardless, it's gonna be an interesting thing. I bet you someone like Sneed's probably gonna want me on his channel tonight if he does a live stream after the fact that Apple announced their new phones and stuff like that. So if I'm on that stream, I will be there, of course. I'm gonna have to come in with the Apple logo like I got on the channel. I had an early lunch, so I'm not gonna be eating lunch during the event. I did during the developer keynote. That's when I actually was around, or what I was doing during that one. I was eating. What in the world? Discord emailing me? That was long ago. My emails are behind. That's nice. That's why, because I'm looking at the wrong account. Thank you. Good old Uber Eats and DoorDash. Emails for promotions, stuff like that. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm babysitting a dog too, so that's another thing I gotta take care of. Dog sitting, that it's fun. Not, but hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do for some family members. It is what it is. But yeah. So we got here in about 35, 37 minutes is the Apple event. I'm gonna be ending this live stream in about 22 minutes because I'm gonna go through and organize a few things, stuff like that. Of course, rumored iPhone 17 Pros are gonna be blue and orange, new colors added. Bigger batteries, of course. We always need bigger batteries. Um, Finally, the Pro Max is probably gonna be a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, which is gonna be glorious on iOS with the Apple Silicon chip and stuff like that. The chips do get powerful enough now that need all that good battery life, and of course, who 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 doesn't like it when their iPhone dies halfway through the day? I sure don't, and I'm the one that tests beta software, and mine does. But hey, I do things that should not be done, but hey, they I do them. But yeah, I'm sitting here chilling. Just like we're all waiting on the Apple event, slowly but surely waiting on it. I'm not upgrading this year for the new ones tuning in. I'm just watching for the entertainment, I guess. I have an iPhone 16 Pro. I have a 15 Pro Max. I'm content right now. If something really big is announced between now and the end of the event that has to change my opinion, it's got to be something very drastic because I A am not upgrading. B financially cannot afford it. I'm just gonna be truthful there. Spent too much money last year with Apple. I am not going. I am not doing round two. No, 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 no. I am not part of that. I do not want nothing to do with that round two nonsense of spending too much money with Apple. I am staying away. I am content with what I have. Yeah, they'll have new AirPods, but they're not going to do much with them. Yeah, they're not going to do much with the AirPods at all. The they're the basic low end AirPods, the Gen 3s. The Pros, there's not much they can even do with those. I think they kind of hit the borderline headroom with those AirPods. If they went with like a bone conducting earbud, wireless earbud instead of like the actual pods that go in your ear, then that would be a changing of the pod lineup, but that would bleed into their to I believe their other products. But then that would also lead into other companies' earbuds. There's not much you can do with earbuds, like the actual Apple AirPods. So you know, oh yeah, if you got the Lightning AirPod Max, yep, those are the ones that are like I couldn't justify buying the AirPods Max. I'm good at spending money with Apple. I just the AirPods Max were not what I wanted. They're cool for over ears, but what really kind of just made me go meh to them was a Lightning port. Lightning was nice when it was developed. Lightning was nice when it was around, but I'm glad the iPhone went USB C because my Mac was USB C, so I didn't want that Lightning port around no more. So that's what caused me to do a lot of upgrades last year. Was I had an iPhone 11 in the studio. It had Lightning, so it was my last Lightning product. The Wi-Fi I wanted taken care of. I wanted faster Wi-Fi, so I got the iPad Pro. So I traded in the iPad Air, the iPad Pro 2018 model, and the M1 MacBook Air for the 2024 M4 iPad Pro. And then I got a new Apple Watch on top of all that, and then I got the 16 Pro, of course. Yeah, if they're on sale, then that makes the pot a little bit sweeter. Blind Game Master. It if they're on sale, then yeah, of course I understand that. That kind of makes it a little bit more enticing, but I still don't. Nah, still am not for that. They'd have to be on a really good sale. And then now we got the USB-C ones. Those might actually be better on a sale. Like like they're literally 4.99. If they're being sold for like 3.99 or 3.49, then oh, that's a steal. But I've never seen them. I've only seen them like marked off maybe $100. Always 50. But if you're just tuning in, we have the Apple event, of course, right now. The September 9th Apple event starting here in a little bit. It starts at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. You have 29 minutes. I'm going to end this live stream here in about 14 minutes. If you got your final last comments, let's put them in so I can answer them. We'll do like a little Q&A right now. And I just got the Watch Apple Live in 30 minutes notification. The rumored Pro models, courtesy to Mac Rumors, are blue and orange. Let me know if y'all like these colors. If you do, which one would you pick? Batteries, rumored to go up to 5,000 milliamp hours, bigger than the current near 4,700 that the 16 Pro Max is at. We could always use bigger batteries on iPhones, of course. So there you go. Those are the top rumors that I actually would be interested in if I was upgrading this year. Battery is a big one. Oh, snap. Blank Game Master, that's actually a good deal. It's not bad. You used a gift card. Nice. That's not a horrible deal. That I mean, $388 is that's a steal. That's a pretty good steal of a deal on the AirPods Max. Like I said, if you get them as a Christmas gift or you buy them via a gift card, they're not horrible products. I just personal preference with me. It's just I wouldn't buy them right now. I mean, the USB-C ones are a little more enticing. We got 16 people. I think we peaked at like 17, 20 viewers. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the channel. My name is Austin. Live in the good old sunshine state of Florida, United States, of course. Cover Apple updates, do little live streams like this right before Apple events and stuff like that. If I'm not really extremely busy, I don't think I've ever had time where I've never really missed doing a live stream unless I was sick. I literally have not missed a live stream unless I was like sick. Yeah, the let's see, I want to see something. Oh, the people that literally complain about the iPhone, the the people that complain about the iPhone are they just make noise. You give them a reason to hate, they'll continue to hate or complain. But they continue like they'll nitpick, they'll hate. If Apple changes something, someone's gonna complain, someone's gonna sneeze and be like, "Oh, Apple changed this. Oh, Apple did this. Apple did that." And then when Apple doesn't change, they complain like, "Oh, they complain about this, they'll complain about that." You never win with people. They find anything to complain about. They literally find anything to complain about. Oh, nice. You jump in every 2 years. Yeah, they are. I I I jump every they I try to hit the odd years more than the even years. That's why a 16 Pro is my secondary. Yeah, exactly. What can you do? I mean, You change something, someone's gonna complain. You don't change it, someone's gonna complain. So it's like a damn if you do and damn if you don't situation. You know? That is literally how it goes. But Apple puts a lot of money and research into time on what to do and what not to do in a lot of cases. And this year they're going to experiment with an iPhone 17 Air. I am going to be curious how thin that phone's going to be. It might be a good secondary device. The 17 Air. Primary, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how they introduce this if there is a 17 Air. The Pro and Pro Max, of course, that's not going to change much. Apple Watch, I expect the Series 11 to be announced, and then an Ultra 3, AirPods Pro or AirPods 3, not Pros. I don't expect anything else to be announced at this event. If there is, that'll be surprising. Apple does one more thing, says Tim Cook. Literally, be like, what did Tim Apple cook up now? Yeah, of course, the 11 Pro. I like the 11 Pro Max. Yup, I got the 13 Pro Max. Yep, the good old USB-C. It probably, yeah, for the 17 Air, but there's not much battery you can cram into a thin iPhone. That's the one I had, the Sierra Blue iPhone 13 Pro Max. I miss that phone now. I traded it in for the 15 Pro Max. I miss it. So they got blue and orange here. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if they use both or if they choose one or the other. So we'll have to see what happens. And cellular wise, the phone actually was pretty good. The actual cellular data was actually not bad on that phone. I had it on T-Mobile at the time, and of course AT&T. The only thing that sucked with that phone is its battery health was at 79%, and I already went through another battery right before I upgraded to the 15 Pro Max. But I only upgraded to the 15 Pro Max, and I had to say this because of USB-C. I've been that was one of my wish list things that I wanted on an iPhone was USB-C because video production. Yeah, hopefully it is a lighter shade of blue because I mean the blue titanium is nice, but I will say this phone the 15 Pro Max does get hot outside. And like I said, I don't have the money to upgrade. Otherwise, if I had endless amounts of money, I'd upgrade this year. Probably upgrade the 15 Pro Max if depending on the colors and everything and stuff like that because this phone is showing it's starting to slowly starting to show a little bit of aging. Just very little, but it's aging very good for 2 years old. But someone that jumps from phones every 2 years has noticed, someone like me has noticed it. All right, we are 19 minutes away from the Apple event. We're 4 minutes away from me ending this live stream because, like I said, I got to do a few things around the house. I got to do a few things to get ready. I'm gonna go get me something to drink and stuff like that. Kind of doing a little recess thing before Apple starts their actual event. Of course, if you got something you got going on, you know, it gives you 15 minutes before Apple starts the event. If you watch the event, if you don't, if you look at live blogs or you watch one of the YouTubers live streaming like Brandon Butch and such like that, um, you know, cool. Yeah, I don't trade my device through T-Mobile. Blanket Master. I'll do the Apple trade-in, like if I'm gonna upgrade within 2 years. I want to see what they'll offer me for the 15 Pro Max and the 16 Pro. Oh, that is what's tempting me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. The vapor chamber cooling is what's tempting. If that comes to the phone, that's hard because I work outside, especially during the summer months. And if anyone's had an iPhone for a long period of time, you know that it will, and it still does, even on 26. They smoothed it out, but it's still, you can't crank the brightness all the way up to 1000 nits without the phone, even inside the house with the air conditioning, will sometimes even drop brightness. You know, the actual iPhone will even start dropping brightness inside the house if it gets too warm and doesn't like it. I've noticed. Oh, what was it? Beta 6. It was really aggressive of the liquid glass. Beta 6 was extremely aggressive. Um, Beta 7 it chilled out, and then Beta 8. The hell? What? How'd your iPhone 15 Pro Max suffer from water damage? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, that is true. The whole Apple instant trading value. Yeah, but I'm curious about the water damage. If I was going to upgrade, financially speaking, me personally, I would upgrade in the early winter. That's when I would be able to upgrade. I got some other stuff that I gotta take care of. That's if I was going to upgrade. It wouldn't be right now. Well, we are currently sitting at overtime. I'm gonna let final comments come through. I'm curious about the person's water damage. 15 Pro, 15 Pro. What happened to cause water damage? My 16 has been in the ocean. That's crazy that you got water damage from that. You had your phone on you in a 4-inch pool, and it caused water damage. That means something wasn't sealed properly. All right, guys. Well, let's see if there's a thermal chamber cooler on it, and let's see what they announce this time for the iPhone 17 models. Anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. To the person that's kind of like anonymous, I hope you enjoy your upgrade. If y'all plan on upgrading, let me know. Join me at 7 a.m. East Coast time, 4 a.m. or no, 7:30 a.m. East Coast time. That'll be 4:30 a.m. on the West Coast for the Apple pre-orders on the pre-order announced date. So, anyways, thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all later. Peace. And of course, OBS has got to act up. Thank you. Oh. Oh yeah, look, I got system audio